Welcome to Philemathics series. We'll solve 2023 WAEC past question OBJ question together. So the first question says evaluate this product correct to 3 decimal places. So the first thing we'd like to do is to multiply the numerator. When we multiply the numerator, we'll have 0.000241584, and when we divide it by the denominator, we'll have 0.03605 and the rest. To approximate it to 3 decimal place. 3 decimal place means after the decimal point, count 3 digits. 1, 2, 3. So this is where we are stopping. This is not up to 5, and so this is approximately 0.036 to 3 decimal place. Now for question number 2, we are told that there are 30 students in a class. 15 study woodwork. We'll start with a Venn diagram. The total students in the class is 30. That means the universal set has 30 students in it. 15 study woodwork. Let's call this set woodwork, which is 15. And 13 study metalwork. Let's call this metalwork, 13. 6 study neither of the two subjects. So since 6 study neither of the two subjects, we'll put it outside 6. How many students study woodwork but not metalwork? So we are looking for those that study only woodwork. So we'll call those that study both of them to be X, so that those that study only woodwork will be 15 minus X. Those that study only metalwork will be 13 minus X. So since the universal set is 30, so when we sum up every data here, we are meant to have 30. So sum everything together, we'll have 15 minus X plus 13 minus X plus 6. This should give 30. Minus X plus S is cancelled. 15 plus 13 is 28, and 28 plus 6 is 34. So we'll have 34 minus X equals 30. So subtract 30 from both sides and add X to both sides. We'll have 34 minus 30 equals S. 34 minus 30 implies that X equals 4. Now, we have gotten that those that studied both woodwork and metalwork are 4. Therefore, those that studied only woodwork but not metalwork will be 15 minus 4. Therefore, only woodwork is 15 minus 4, which is 11. And so our correct answer here is C. For this, our correct answer here is B. Now, solve 2 to the power 5x divided by 2 to the power x equals 5th root of 2 to the power 10. So from laws of indices, if we are dividing two numbers that are on the same base, we subtract their power. So the left-hand side will have 2 to the power 5x minus x. And if we rearrange this, this is the same as 2 to the power 10 over root of 5. And 5x minus x is 4x. So this is 2 to the power 4x. And 10 over 5 is 2. This is 2 to the power 2. Also from laws of indices, when we have two numbers that are equal with the same base, their powers has to be equal. So this will be 4x have to be equal to 2. Divide both sides by 4. It means x have to be 1 over 2, which is C. For the fourth problem, what we have to do here is subtract 1 from both sides. We'll have cube root of x minus 3 equals 4 minus 1 is 3. The next thing we'd like to do is to take cube of both sides, which is x minus 3 cube, 3 cube. This is to remove this cube root. If we do that, this will cancel this. We'll have x minus 3. After 3 cube is 27. Now add 3 to both sides. We'll have x equals 27 plus 3. So that x equals 30. So the correct option is C. We are asked to express 413 base 7 in base 5. For us to express this, we will first of all express it in base 10 and then convert it to base 5. And now, how do we express this in base 10? We will multiply each of these digits with 7 to their power. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So we'll multiply 4 times 7 to power 2 plus 1 times 7 to power 1 plus 3 times 7 to power 0. 7 square is 49 and 49 times 4. We can do it easily. 50 times 4 is 200 and 200 minus 4 will be 196. 7 times 1 is 7. This is 7 to power 0 is 1 because any number to power 0 is 1 and 1 times 3 is 3. This is 10. This is 206. This will be 206. Now the next thing we will do, this is 206 to base 10. We will convert 206 to base 10 to base 5. And how we do that is to continually divide 206 by 5 and we write the remainder in ascending order. So we have 206. 5 into 20 is 4. Into 6 is 1. Remainder 1. 5 into 40 is 8. Remainder 1. 5 into 8 is 1. Remainder 3. And 5 into 1 is 0. Remainder 1. So we take this in ascending order so that we have 413 base 7 would be 1311 base 5. And the correct option is B. In question 6, we are asked to solve this logarithmic expression. From laws of logarithm, when you are adding 2 log to the same base, you multiply this. So we have log to base 3, x multiply x minus 8 have to be equal to 2. Of course, x minus 8 have to be greater than 0 because we cannot take the logarithm of a negative number. So we know that x minus 8 have to be greater than 0. Of course, x have to be greater than 0 too. So also from laws of when you want to convert a logarithmic expression to an indicial expression or to indices form, it will be 3 to power 2 have to be equal to this. So x, if you open the bracket, to have x squared minus 8x have to be equal to 3 to power 2. So that x squared minus 8x have to go to 9. Subtract it from both sides, we have x squared minus 8x minus 9 equals 0. Two numbers you can multiply to get minus 9. And when you add it together to get minus 8 will be minus 9 plus 1. So in place of minus 8s, we'll have, to now be putting it in factorization form, it will be x minus 9 s plus 1 have to be equal to 0. It means x minus 9 is equal to 0 or x plus 1 is equal to 0. So that x is equal to 9 or s is equal to minus 1. S cannot be negative. So our correct answer is 9 because 9 minus 1 is positive. So this is our correct answer and the correct option is D. Question number 7 says, Mr. Manu is 4 times as old as his son Adu. So for you to solve this question, you start by saying, let Adu's age be S because Manu's age is dependent on Adu's age. So we'll start by saying, let Adu's age be X. So that Mr. Manu, who is 4 times Adu's age, Manu's age will be 4 times Adu's age. 7 years ago, 7 years ago, Adu was X minus 7. 7 years ago, Adu was X minus 7 and Manu was 4X minus 7. The sum of their ages was 76. So 7 years ago, Adu's age and Manu's age summed to be 76. It means X minus 7 plus 4X minus 7 summed to be 76. Now we are asked to find Adu's age, which is X. So this is a simple equation. X plus 4X is 5X. Minus 7 is minus 14. This is 76. Add 14 to both sides. We'll have 5X equals 76 plus 14. And if we add this, this will give 90. Divide both sides by 5 so that X into 9 is 1. X into 40 is 18. So it means Adu is 18 years old. Alright, before I continue, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, hit the subscription button and also like it so that other people will see it. Let's continue. Number 8 says, factorize completely this. When you look at this question, the first thing that should come to your mind is difference of 2 square. So from difference of 2 square, we know that a square minus b square is a plus b, a minus b. So we'll use this here. So d square minus d square will simply be x minus y plus z, x plus y plus z. So that if we open it, we'll have x minus y minus z, x plus y plus z. And so the correct option is B. This, we are asked to find the roots of these quadratic equations. For us to find the root, the first thing we do is to multiply 3 by 165. 3 times minus 165, you should get minus 195. And so you look for two numbers in which when you multiply it, you get minus 195. And when you add it together, you get minus 2. The two numbers will be minus 15 and plus 13. Minus 15 and plus 13. So in place of minus 2m, I'll write 3m squared minus 15m plus 13 minus 13m minus 65. So 3m is common here. So I factorize it out. I have 3m. I'm left with m minus, here I'm left with 5. What is common here is 13. I will have plus 13. Here I'm left with m. Here I'm left with 5. So the next thing we'll do is to factorize m minus 5. We'll have m minus 5 and we are left with 3m plus 13 equals 0 because we are solving an equation. So it means m minus 5 is equal to 0 or 3m plus 13 is equal to 0. If this is equal to 0, it means m is equal to 5, or you take this to the right hand side, 3m is equal to minus 13. When you divide both sides by 3, m is equal to minus 13 over 3. Minus 13 over 3 and 5. So the correct option is C. Question 10 says m varies jointly as the square of n and the square root of q. Let's take it little by little. M varies jointly as the square of n and the square root of q. And so if we introduce the constant of proportionality, we will have that m have to be equal to k n square square root of q. Now, we are told m is 24 when n is 2 and q is 4. So if we substitute, we want to get what k is. We have 24 equals k times n is 4. So we have n is 2. So we have 2 square times square root of, and q is 4. And if we do this, this is equal to 2 square is 4 and square root of 4 is 2. 4 times 2 is 8. So we have 8k. So that 24 equals 8k. Divide both sides by 8. We now have k to be 3. Since we have gotten k to be 3, we are told to find m when n is 5 and q is 9. So to find m now, we substitute k for 3 times n is 5. We have 5 square and q is 9. This is 3 times 25 times 3 because square root of 9 is 3. 3 times 25 is 75. 75 times 3 is 225. So the correct option is D. If m ratio n is 2 1/3 ratio 1 1/5 and n ratio q is 1/2 ratio 1 1/3, find q ratio m. So what we'll do here is we'll find n in terms of n and also find n in terms of q, and then equate both sides together so that we will get the relationship between q ratio m. Let's go. M ratio n. If I convert this, 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7/3 ratio 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6/5. And you know ratio is the same thing as division. So this is 7/3 divided by 6/5. And when we change division to times, this is 7/3 times 5/6. So we have m/n is equal to, this is 35/18. To write m in terms of n will now be 18 times m is 18m/35. Now let's go to n ratio q. N ratio q will be, this is 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. 3/2 ratio 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1, 4/3. Ratio is same as division. We'll have 3/2 divided by 4/3. And if you change division to multiplication, you have 3/2 times 3/4. So this is 9/8. So that n ratio q is same as n/q, which is 9/8. If I write n in terms of q, I will have n is 9q/8. Now, since n is this and n is this, I have to equate both of them to get q ratio m. So, therefore, 9q/8 has to be equal to 18m/35, since both of them are n. 9 can divide 18 two times. If I bring m this way, I will have q/m. 8 times 2 is 16/35. Therefore, q ratio m will be 16/35, which is A, 16 raised to 35. Question 12 says 1/3 of the sum of two numbers is 12. Now, let x and y be the numbers such that s is greater than y. So 1/3 of the sum of these two numbers is 12. It means 1/3 of x plus y is 12. And the next thing we are told is twice their difference is 12. Twice their difference is 12. Find the numbers. So if I multiply through by 3 here, this is same as x plus y will be 36. This is same as if I divide through by 2, I'll have x minus y is 6. Now, I can use elimination method. By elimination method, I can add both sides. If I add both sides, y will disappear and I'll have 2x is equal to 42. And divide both sides by 2, we'll have that x is 21. To find what y is, I can substitute x as 21 in any of these so that x plus y equals 36, 21 plus y equals 36, y will be 36 minus 21, and 36 minus 21 will be 15. 15. So x is 21, y is 15, which is A. The 13th question says, find the quadratic equation whose roots are 2/3 and minus 3/4. Remember, when we solve quadratic equation, we always equate them to be this. Now, we are going to do it in the reverse order. So, since the roots are x equals 2/3 and minus x equals minus 3/4, what we'll do here is multiply through by 3 in this place. We'll have 3x equals 2. And here we'll have 4x equals minus 3. Take this to the left hand side. We'll have 3x minus 2 equals 0. And this is 4x plus 3 equals 0. So to find the quadratic equation, it is the product of these two that will give the quadratic equation. So we have to multiply 3x minus 2, 4x plus 3. 3x times 4x is 12x squared. Meanwhile, they are using y. They are just dummy variables. They are the same. 3x times 3 is 6. 9x minus 2 times 4x is minus 8x. Minus 2 times plus 6 plus 3 is minus 6 equals 0. We have 12x squared. 9x minus 8s is x minus 6 equals 0. If you want to write it in y, they are the same. 12y squared plus y minus 6 equals 0, which is C. Before we continue, don't forget to hit the subscription button and like this video so that other people can see it. Let's continue. Question 14 says, make S the subject of the relation. So, want to make S the subject of formula. The first thing you want to do is multiply both sides by 3z, and when you do that, you will have 3yz equals as cubed minus b. Add b to both sides, you have 3yz plus b equals as cubed. Divide both sides by a so that s cubed will be equal 3yz plus b over a. Take the cube root of both sides so that x will be cube root of 3yz plus b over a. And the correct option is B. Question 15 says, the price of a shoe was decreased by 22%. We don't know the original price, and we are told that the price was decreased by 22%. If the new price was $27.30, what was the original price? Let's call original price to be X. So since this is the original price, 22%, we have to look for 22% of X and subtract it from X. So the original price minus 22% of X. 22% is 22 over 100, which is 0.22 of X. We give the new price, which is $27.30. The original price minus 22% decrease of the original price gives the new price. And if you subtract this, you have 0.78x is 27.30. Divide both sides by 0.78. And when you do that, you have x as $35. Question 16 says, the radius and the height of a solid cylinder. When you hear the word solid cylinder, it means both ends are covered. There is no open place. It is solid, so everywhere is covered. Are 8 cm and 14 cm respectively. Find correct to two decimal places the total surface area. The total surface area of a cylinder is given by the formula total surface area 2 pi r square for the two circle at the end plus 2 pi ROH for the curved surface area. And this can be abridged, simplified as 2 pi r plus h to make your simplification faster. We are told to take pi as 22 over 7. This is 2 times 22 over 7. And our radius we are given as 8 plus, and our height we are given as 14. So this is 2 times 22 over 7 times 8 plus 14 is 22. If we times this all together, we will have 1106.2857. The sum should approximate it to two decimal places. Two decimal places means two places after decimal point, 1, 2. Because this is up to 5, we round it up and add it here. So this is approximately 1106.29, which is C. And for this option, it is D. Question 17 is very simple. It says, in this diagram, O is the center of the circle. Line NT is equal to line ST, meaning isosceles triangle, and angle NTS is 36 degrees. Find the measure of the angle T. This is you knowing the circle theorems. We will invoke one of the circle theorems, which is alternate segment theorem. The alternate segment theorem says the angle in the alternate segments are equal. So T is equal to this 36. That's all. The reason is angle in the alternate segment. T is 36 degrees. Just to help you, the reason is angle in the alternate segment are equal. So which is A. 18 says a sphere has radius 3 cm. Find in terms of pi its volume. What is the volume of a sphere? The volume of a sphere is given as 4 over 3 pi r cube. So radius is 3. We'll have 4 over 3 times pi times 3 cube. One of these 3 will cancel this. So that we'll have 3 square is 9. And 9 times 4 is 36 pi cm cube, which is C. Question 19 says, arrange the following numbers in ascending order of magnitude: 110 base 2, 31 base 8, 42 base 5. So what we'll do here is convert each of them to base 10, and using the base 10, we can know which one is bigger and which one is smaller, and then arrange it in ascending order. So let's do that. 110 base 2 to base 10, as usual, this is 0, 1, 2. We times this by its base to the power. So we have 1 times 2 to its power 2 plus 1 times 2 to the power 1 plus 0 times 2 to 0. This is 4 times 1. This is 2 times 1. This is 0. And 4 plus 2 is 6. For the second one, 31 base 8 simply be 0, 1. 3 times 8 to base 1 to power 1 plus 1 times 8 to power 0. 8, this is 8 times 3 is 24. 8 to power 0 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. And this is 25. And the final one is 42 base 5. As usual, this is 0, 1. 4 times 5 to power 1 plus 2 times 5 to power 0. 4 times 5 is 20. 5 to power 0 is 1. Times 2 is 2. And so this is 22. So in ascending order will now be 110 base 2. The next is 42 base 5. And the next is 31 base 8, which is B. Question 20 says, a notebook of length 15 cm was measured by a student as 16.8 cm. Calculate correct to 2 decimal places the percentage error in the measurement. Now, what's the formula for percentage error? The formula for percentage error is true value minus approximated value in absolute value. So any of them can come first. You can use approximated value minus true value because we don't want to have a minus answer over the true value times 100. So the true value is 15 and the approximated value is 16.8. To avoid a minus, okay, this is 15 minus 16.8 over true value, which is 15 times 100. And if you subtract this, you have minus 1.8 over 15 times 100. And absolute value of this is 1.8. 1.8 times 100 is 180 over 15. And 180 over 15 is 12, which is 12%, which is A. 21 says, find the value of M in this diagram. To solve this faster, we'll have to do some construction. So I can extend this, and because of that extension, by alternate angle, because here is 40, this is alternate to this, so here is 40 degrees by alternate angles. Also, because this is angle 90, here is also angle 90. And now, since here is 90, here is 40. Remember, one of the theorems says the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. It therefore means here is 90, M is 40 degrees plus 90 degrees, which is 130 degrees. The reason is exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angle. 22 says a line L passing through the point 6, minus 13 is parallel to the line which passes through 7, 4 and minus 3 and 9. Find the equation of the line L. Now, we know that when two lines are parallel, their gradient are equal. So what we will use here is we'll find the gradient of this other line and use it here because we are sure that they are equal because the two lines are parallel. So the gradient of this is M2. Let's call it M2. The formula for finding gradient is Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. Y2 is 9 minus 4. Here is minus 3 minus 7. 9 minus 4 is 5. So this is 5 over minus 10, which is minus 1 over 2. Now this is our M2, and our M2 is same as our M1, which is same as also M1, which we use to find the equation of this line L. So the equation of the line L is giving us y minus y1 equals mx minus x1, where this m is the same as this m, which is minus 1 over 2. So that passes through this point. The y coordinate is minus 13. So have y minus minus 13 equals minus 1 over 2, which is this m, x minus 6. So open the bracket, we have y plus 13. This is minus 1 over 2x, and this is minus minus is plus. This is 3. Subtract 13 from both sides. We have y will be minus 1 over 2x plus 3 minus 13. So that y is minus 1 over 2x. 3 minus 13 is minus 10. And our correct answer is C. Our correct answer here is B. 23 says an empty cylindrical tank is 140 cm in diameter. The first thing you would like to do is to convert this diameter to radius. So radius is diameter over 2, which is 140 over 2, which is 70 cm. If 20 liters of water is poured into the tank, now we have to convert these 20 liters in cm. We know that 1000 cm cube is equal to 1 liter. So 20 liters will now imply 20 liters will be 200,000 cm cube. So it is poured into a tank. We are asked to calculate the nearest cm, the height of the water in the tank. Is simply to use the volume of a cylinder and find the height. What is the volume of a cylinder? The volume of a cylinder is pi r square h. And we are told to take pi as 22 over 7. So we have 22 over 7. And we are given our V to be 200,000 cm cube. Pi is 22 over 7. Radius is 70 square. And our age is what we are looking for. This 20 can cancel this 20 to simplify. 7 can cancel one of these 7. And 22 times 7 is 154. So that age is 2000 over 154, which is 12.987 cm. So the nearest cm is 13 cm. Question 24 says, Mrs. Kebe stands at a distance of 110 meters away from a building of vertical height 58 meters. So let's sketch the building. So this is 58 meters tall, and he stands 110 meters away from it. If Kebe is 2 meters tall, let this be Kebe, 2 meters tall, to be parallel. This is his eye level. Find the angle of elevation. This is his angle of elevation. Let's call it theta, of the top of the building from her eyes. So we're looking for this angle. Now, you know that this is also 110 degrees, 110 meters. And because he's 2 meters, the height of this will be 58 minus 2 meters, which is 56 meter. So we have opposite over adjacent, which is tan. So we're going to use tan theta, which is opposite over adjacent. We're looking for theta. So tan theta opposite is 56 and adjacent is 110 degree cm meters. So that theta will be tan inverse of 56 over 110, and tan inverse is 26.980, which is approximately 27 degrees. 25 says, find the mean deviation of the set of numbers 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. For us to find the mean deviation, it means how does this set of numbers deviate from the mean? By what amount, by what degree does this set of numbers deviate from the mean? So first of all, find the mean before we look for how they deviate. So of course, you know that the mean is given as sum of the numbers over n, I ranging from 1 to n. So if we sum these numbers, it is 14 plus 15 plus 16 plus 17 plus 18 plus 19, and divide it by their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 6. If we sum this and divide it, we'll have the mean as 16.5. Now, to look for the mean deviation, the formula is the mean deviation. The formula is sum of the absolute value of each of these variables minus the mean over n. So it will be absolute value of 14 minus 16.5 plus 15 minus 16.5 plus 16 minus 16.5 plus 17 minus 16.5 plus 18 minus 16.5 plus 19 minus 16.5 all over 6, the number. 14 minus 16.5 in absolute value will be 2.5. 15 minus 16.5 will be 1.5. 16 minus 16.5 will be 0.5. 17 minus 16.5 will be 0.5. 18 minus 16.5 will be 1.5. And 19 minus 16.5 will be 2.5 over 6. If we sum this, 2.5 plus 1.5 is 4 plus 1, 5 plus 4, 9. This is 9 over 6. And if we divide, this is 3 over 2, which is 1.5. So the correct option is B. The correct option here is B again. The correct option here is C. Question 26 says, the interior angle of a regular polygon. By a regular polygon, it means a plane shape that is bounded by straight lines in which all the lines are equal and all the angles are equal. That's what we mean by regular. So for a triangle, that will be equilateral triangle. For a quadrilateral, that will be a square, and so on. We have pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon. So the interior angle of a regular polygon is 6 times its interior angle. Find the number of sides of the polygon. Now, the relationship we will use here is the fact that interior angle plus exterior angle sum up to 180. So we know that interior angle plus exterior angle sum to 180 degrees. Now, and also because it's a regular polygon, the sum of the exterior angles is 360. For me to get one of the exterior angle, it is 360 over n. So one exterior angle equals 360 over n. This is what one exterior angle is. Of course, one interior angle will be 180 times n minus 2 over n. But let's use this relationship. If one exterior angle is 360 over n, we are told that the interior angle of a regular polygon is 6 times the exterior angle. So the interior angle will be 6 times this. So using this relationship, interior angle will be 6 times 360 over n plus exterior angle 360 over n equals 180. I can multiply through by n. I will have 6 times 360 plus 360 equals 180n. Now, if I open this, this is 2160 plus 360 equals 180n. If you sum this, you have 2520 plus 180n. Divide both sides by n by 180 so that n is 14 sides. So question 27 says the length of the diagonal of a square is 12 cm. Calculate the area of the square. So if this is the square, the diagonal is 12 cm. So you know a square has all sides equal. Here is L, here is L. From Pythagoras theorem, we know that L square plus L square equals to 12 square, which is 124. And L square plus L square is 2L square equals 144. So that L square is 72. And if we take the square root, we'll have that L is square root of 72. To find the area of a square, we know that area of a square is L square. So it implies 72 times 72 to 72, which is 72 centimeters square, which is C. Consider the statement P. Sia is from Foya. Q. Foya is in Lofa. Write in symbolic form the statement. If Sia is from Foya, then Foya is in Lofa. This is just an if-then statement. This is if-then statement. I will know if-then statement is written as this. If and only if statement is written as this. So our option is between A and C. But you know that if Sia is P, it means if Sia is from Foya, it implies then that Foya is in Lofa. So P implies Q. So the correct option is C. Question 29 says, what is the name of a triangle with vertices 1, minus 3, 6, 2, and 0, 4? So if we draw the triangle as this is 1, minus 3, this is 0, 4, and this is 6, 2. What we will do is to find the length of each of the sides to know what type of triangle this is. So remember the formula for finding distance is square root of y2 minus y1 all square plus x2 minus x1 all square. Let's call here A, B, C, So for length AB, we'll have square root of minus 3 minus 4 is minus 7 square, which is 49, plus 1 minus 0, which is 1. And this is square root of 50. Length AC, length AC, 2 minus 4, which is minus 2 square, which is 4, plus 6 minus 0, which is 6 square, 36, and this is square root of 40. And BC will be minus 2 minus minus 3, which is 5, and 5 square is 25. 6 minus 1 is 5, which is 25. 5 square is 25, and this will have root 50. So it means length AB and length BC are the same in length. That implies this is an isosceles triangle, which is A. Question 30 says, in the diagram, NR is a diameter. This first statement brings the theorem, the circle theorem, that says angle in a semicircle or angle in a diameter is a right angle. As this angle here is 90. Since here is a diameter, this angle here is 90. Angle MNR is x, angle SRN is 5x plus 20. Find the value of 2x. Now, remember the relationship that exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angle. So I know that 5x plus 20 is equal to x plus 90. From the relationship that exterior angle of a triangle equal to the sum of the opposite interior angle. Subtract x from both sides, I have 5x minus x. Subtract 20 from both sides, I have 20 minus 20. This is 4x equals 70. Because I'm looking for 2s, I divide both sides by 2. So that 2x will be 35 degrees. 31 says, find the value of alpha in the equation cos alpha plus 14 equals sine 4 alpha plus 16 plus 6 degrees. What you have to know is that if you have a right angle triangle, if here is alpha and here is beta, we know that cos and sine are complementary angles. It means cos alpha is equal to sine beta, whereby alpha plus beta is 90 degrees. So these two if these two angles sum up to 90 degrees, cos alpha is equal to sine beta, and likewise sine alpha is equal to cos alpha. That is why we know that sine 60 is equal to cos 30. So in this case, for these two to be equal, it means this sum must be 90. So we'll have that alpha plus 14 plus 4 alpha plus 6 have to be 90 degrees. They have to be complementary. Alpha plus 4 alpha is 5 alpha. 14 plus 6 is 20. This is 90. Subtract 20 from both sides. You have 5 alpha. 90 minus 20 is 70. Divide by 5. Alpha will be 5 into 7 is 1. Into 20 is 4. 14. So it's 14. 32 say a bag contains 4 white marbles and 3 blue marbles. Another bag contains 5 red and 6 blue marbles. If a marble is picked at random from each of the bag, find the probability that they are of the same color. Funny enough, in each of the bag, they are not of the same color there. They are different color. From the first bag, we have 4 white plus 3 blue, which is 7 balls, 7 marbles. From the second bag, we have 5 red plus 6 blue, which is 11 marbles. For us to have the probability of the same color, it means we have to pick blue and blue. Blue and blue. There's no other option that we have. We cannot pick white and white because white is not in both places. We cannot pick red and red, meaning the probability of picking white and white is 0. The probability of picking red and red is 0. So the only chance we have is to pick blue and blue. And the probability of picking blue in the first one, so probability of same color, blue in the first one is 3 over 7 times, and the probability of picking blue in the second one is 6 over 11. 3 times 6 is 18, and 7 times 11 is 77, which is B. The 3 says the angle of a sector of a circle of radius 3.4 cm is 115 degrees. Find the area of the sector. The formula for area of a sector is given as theta over 360 times area of a circle pi r square. We are given theta as 115 degrees, 115 degrees over 360 times 22 over 7 times 3.4 square over 1. If we multiply this together, we'll have 29246.8 over 2520. We'll have 11.605. So approximately 11.6 cm square, which is B. Meanwhile, if you are yet to subscribe, please kindly do so and like this video so that others can see. So question 34 says, the diagonals of a rhombus are 16 cm and 12 cm. Find the length of the side. A rhombus is a square that is tilted. They are all sides are equal. So if the diagonals are 16 and 8, if here is 16, if you divide it by 2, there will be 8 cm, and if here is 12 cm, there will be 6 cm. This is angle 90. So this is a right angle triangle. So what comes to mind first is Pythagoras theorem. So by Pythagoras theorem, L square will be 6 square plus 8 square, which is 36 plus 64, which is 100. That L will be square root of 100, which is 10 cm, which is B. 35 says the angle of elevation of the top of a vertical building from a point Z on the ground is 50 degrees. Let's sketch it. Angle of elevation is 50 degrees from the top of a vertical building from a point Z. This is a vertical building. If the height of the building is 124 meters, find the distance from Z to the foot of the building. So we're looking for this distance. And from trig ratios, we know here is opposite and here is adjacent. And what comes to mind is tan, because tan theta is opposite over adjacent. And we are given that theta is 50 degrees and opposite is 124. And we're looking for D. So that D will be 124 over tan 50 degrees. And if we divide this, we'll have 104.048. So approximately 104.05 meters, which is A. 36 says a student measured the height of a pole as 5.98 meters, which is less than the actual height. If the percentage error is 5%, find correct to two decimal places the height of the pole. So we know that percentage error is giving us the actual value minus the estimated value over the actual value times 100%. So the percentage error we know is 5. We are looking for the actual value. So this A minus estimated is 5.98 over A times 100. So I can cancel. 5 can divide here as 20. And if I multiply this, I'll have A equals to, and if I open this bracket, believing this is positive, we'll have 20A minus 119.6. A minus 20A is minus 19A equals to minus 119.6. Divide both sides by minus 119 minus 19. That will have actual height to be 6.294, which is approximately 6.29 meters, which is C. Question 27 says, in the diagram, O is the center of the circle QRS and angle SQRO is 28 degrees. Find ORX. We are looking for this angle. So if this angle is X, you know that this is the center, this is the radius, this is the radius, so they are equal. And because these two are equal, this will also be equal with this. So this is X. So how do I get this angle? From circle theorem. I have a series on circle theorem. You can check it up and you see so many theorems being explained with examples there. You can check it in the video link below. So for us to get SOR, this is angle at center twice angle at circumference. So angle SOR is twice 28. 2 times 28 is 56 degrees because angle at center is twice angle at circumference. Since it's 56, sum of angle in a triangle is 180. So x plus 56 gives 180. 2x plus 56 gives 180. Subtract 56 from both sides. 2x will be 180 minus 56. 2x will be 180 minus 56 will be 124. So divide both sides by 2. So that x will be 62 degrees, which is B. Question 38 says, John was facing south 35 east. If he turned 90 in the anti-clockwise direction, find his new direction. So this is south, this is west, this is east, this is north. So John was facing south 35 east. So this is where John is facing. He turns 90 in the anti-clockwise direction. This is anti-clockwise, this is clockwise. So 90 will be this angle 90. So this is 90. So if this is 90, angle in a straight line is 180. So that 90 plus 35 is 125. If you subtract it from 180, you will get here as 55. So his new direction will now be north 55 east. That's all. 37. If 2x minus 3y is minus 11 and 3x plus 2y is 3, evaluate y minus x all square. So 2x minus 3y minus 11 and 3x plus 2y equals 3. Let's use elimination method and let's multiply equation 1 by 3 and equation 2 by 2. And so that we'll have 6x minus 9y equals minus 33. And this will have 6x plus 4y equals 6. So let's eliminate x. Let's do equation 2 minus equation 1. 6x minus e is 0. 4y minus 9y is 13y. And 6 minus 33 is 39. Divide both sides by 13. We'll have y to be 3. Now y is 3. How do we get s? We can put it in equation 1, or let's say equation 2. So 3x plus 2y equals 3. Y is 3. 3x plus 2 times 3 is 6 equals 3. 3x equals 3 minus 3. Subtract 6 from both sides. 3 minus 6 is minus 3. Divide both sides by 3, so that x is minus 1. So since x is minus 1 and y is 3, therefore y minus s all square is 3 minus minus 1 all square, which is 3 plus 1 all square, which is 4 square, which is 16, which is C. And here, this is A. Okay, number 40 says, an equilateral triangle has side 2 cm. Equilateral triangle is a triangle which all sides are equal. Calculate the height of the triangle. So in an equilateral triangle, since the sides are 2 cm, it means all sides are 2 cm, 2 cm. So we should look for the height. Since here is 2 cm, here will be 1 cm. So we use Pythagoras theorem to look for the height. Call the height h. By Pythagoras theorem, we know that h square plus 1 square equals to 2 square. H square plus 1 equals 4. H square equals 4 minus 1 is 3. And h will now be square root of 3, which is A. Question 41 says, a number is selected at random from 40 to 50 inclusive. Find the probability that the number is prime. A prime number are numbers that have only two factors, itself and 1. So let's list the number. We have 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. The prime numbers here are 41, 43, and 47. The rest are not prime. They are either even or odd, but these are the only prime numbers. So the probability of picking a probability of prime, remember, formula is number of possible outcome, which is 3, over number of required outcome, which is the sum of all these, and they are 11. So the answer is A. Question 42 to 44, we are given a bar chart, and we are told that the bar chart represents the distribution of marks scored by students in an economics examination. Use the bar chart to answer question 42 to 44. This is the bar chart given. These are the marks the student got. Those are scored 1, 2, 3 to 8. And these are the frequency. It means 3 students scored 1, 6 students scored 2, 9 students scored 3, and the rest. So first of all, calculate the number of students in the class. So number of students will be 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 1 plus 12 plus 7 plus 5 plus 10. If we sum all this will give 53. Now, probability that a student pass will be number of passes over total frequency. Of course, when solving this, you don't need to write it down. I'm just showing it for the sake of those who are just learning it for the first time. So number of passes, since the pass mark is 5 and above, failure is 4 below. So number of those that got 4, 5 are 12 plus 7 plus 5 plus 10 over total number, which is 53. This will give 12 plus 12 is 24 plus 10 is 34 over 53 is 0.6415, approximately 0.64, which is A. So for question 43, they said, what percentage of the students scored at most 5 marks? At most 5 marks means highest 5 marks. So we're looking for those that scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So probability of at most 5 marks will be, number of people that scored at most 5 marks will be 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 1 plus 12 over 53 times 100 over 1. So this is 31 times 100 is 3,100 over 53 is 58.490, approximately 58.5%, which is B. And question 44 says, how many students scored at least 3 marks? At least 3 marks means 3 is the least mark. So we are looking for students that scored 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So number of students that scored at least. So at least 3 marks will be equal to 9 plus 1 plus 12 plus 7 plus 5 plus 10. 9 plus 1 is 10, 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 12, 32, plus 12, 44, which is C. Meanwhile, if you are yet to subscribe, please go ahead and do so. So for question 45, we are told that if log 3 base A is M and log 5 base A is P, find log 75 base A. So log 75 base A can be splitted as log 25 times 3 base A. And from laws of indices, we can expand this to be log 25, which is 5 square base A plus log 3 base A. And we can take this behind to be 2 log 5 base A plus log 3 base A. Log 5 base A is P, so this is 2P, and log 3 base A is M. So 2P plus M, which is C. In 46, we are told that in the diagram, M and arrow are points on the circle of center O, and angle O arrow N is 48, and angle arrow NM is 124. Find angle OMN. We're looking for this angle. Now, because this is 124, we can use the theorem which says angle at center, that is this angle here, twice angle at circumference. Meanwhile, you can check up my videos on circle theorem series where I covered a detail of circle theorem. All the theorems are there. So here is twice here. So if here is 124, here will be 248. Here will be 248. So this is what we call reflex angle. Reflex angle MOR is 2 times 124, which is 248. And this angle, obtuse angle MOR, is 360 minus 248 from angle at a point. 360 minus 248 is 112 degrees. And so since here is 112 degrees, we can use angle in a quadrilateral gives 360. So if we call here x, we know that x plus 1112 plus 124 plus 48 gives 360. S 1112 plus 48 is 160, and 160 plus 124 is 284 equals 360. So that x will be 360 minus 284, which will be 76 degrees, which is A. Simplify this Sodic equation or expression. We'll put those in root 3. So this is 3 root of 4 times 3 plus 10 root 3 minus, we can multiply denominator and numerator by root 3, 6 over root 3 times root 3 over root 3. This will be square root of 4 is 2. The 2 multiplied 3 will be 6 root 3 plus 10 root 3. Root 3 times root 3 is 3, and 6 root 3, 6 minus 6 root 3 over 3. 3 can cancel this as 2. So we have 6 root 3 plus 10 root 3 minus 2 root 3. 6 root 3 plus 10 root 3 is 16 root 3 minus 2 root 3. And 16 root 3 minus 2 root 3 is 14 root 3, which is A. The truth set of this is this: find P plus Q. So let's solve this quadratic equation. So it's good you multiply through by minus 1. And if you do that, you will have x squared minus 2x minus 8 equals 0. Two numbers you can multiply to get minus 8, and when you add it to get minus 2 will be minus 4 and 2. So that this can be written as s minus 4, x plus 2 equals 0. And if you equate this to 0, we'll have x minus 4 is equal to 0, or x plus 2 is equal to 0, so that x is equal to 4 or minus 2. But we're asked to look for P plus Q. P plus Q will be 4 plus minus 2, which is 4 minus 2, which is 2, which is C. Question 49 says, find the gradient of the line passing through the point. By gradient, we know that the formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if this is y2, we'll have 2 over 3 minus, which is plus 1 over 3 over x2, 3 minus 1 over 2. 2 over 3 plus 1 over 3 is 3 over 3, which is 1. And 3 minus 1 over 2, 2 times 3 is 6. 6 minus 1 is 5 over 2. So 1 over 5 over 2 is 2 over 5. So the answer is D. Finally, for what values of x is this expression undefined? This expression is undefined at the point of x at the denominator equals 0. So we're going to look for s that makes this denominator to be 0. So we factorize this again. 10x squared minus 13x minus 3 equals 0. We look for two numbers. First of all, 10 times minus 3 is minus 30. Two numbers you can multiply to give you minus 30, and when you add it, you get minus 13 is minus 15 and plus 2. An easy way to do that is open your bracket. Take note that the coefficient of x squared is 10. At the end of the day, we will divide the numbers here by 10. So we'll put our x. The two numbers are minus 15 and plus 2. And so we'll divide both sides by this coefficient over 10 over 10 equals 0. So that if we divide this, this is minus 3 over 2. And this is 1 over 5. And it's either x minus 3 over 2 equals 0 or x plus 1 over 5 equals 0. So x is either 3 over 2 or minus 1 over 5. 3 over 2 or minus 1 over 5, which is C. Thank you for watching so far. Watch out for my theory on these two, and also make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. Bye.